Here is a long, detailed, documentary-style script covering the complete history, geography, circulation, and uncirculated condition of the 1917 one-penny coin British. You can use this as a video script, documentary narration, or description. Clapperboard long script. 1917 one-penny. A Journey Through History and Empire. Title: 1917 one-penny. History, Geography, Circulation, and Mint State Legacy. Narration length: long, documentary style. Studio microphone script. Opening scene. In the shadows of the First World War, when nations struggled and empires reshaped the world, a small copper coin entered circulation, simple in size, but monumental in story. This is the tale of the 1917 British one-penny. One origins and history. The year is 1917. Britain is in the midst of World War I, standing at the heart of a global empire that stretched across continents. Copper, tin, and other metals are in high demand for war production. Yet, despite shortages, the Royal Mint continues to strike everyday coinage for Britain's people and its colonies. The 1917 one-penny features obverse, the portrait of King George V, known as the Sailor King. The legend reads, George's V-Day GRA, Brit, OMN, Rex FID, Def, IND IMP. Meaning: George V, by the grace of God, King of all Britons, Defender of the Faith, Emperor of India. Reverse, the iconic figure of Britannia, seated proudly with her shield and trident, symbolizing the power and reach of the British Empire across the seas. This design had been in use since 1895, but in 1917 it gained a deeper meaning, representing unity and strength during war. 2. Geography of use and distribution. Although struck in Britain, the 1917 penny traveled across the world. At that time, the coin circulated not only in England, Scotland, Wales, Ireland, but also throughout territories influenced by or part of the British Empire: India, Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, Hong Kong, various parts of Africa, and the Middle East. Millions of people handled this copper penny in markets, rail stations, ports, military bases, and colonial towns. For soldiers at the front, pennies were used in canteens and to send letters home. For civilians, it was part of daily life: bread, milk, newspapers, and small essentials. 3. Minting and circulation. Material: bronze, 95% copper, with 4% tin, 1% zinc. Weight: 9.45 grams. Diameter: 30.8 millimeters. Edge: plain. Minting facts. Struck at the Royal Mint, London. The 1917 issue saw large wartime mintage, used to replace worn coins and maintain the flow of currency during the war. Circulation. Once released, these coins saw heavy daily use. By the 1920s, 30s many became worn, darkened, and smooth from handling. They remained active in circulation until the late 1960s, when the UK shifted toward decimalization. By 1971, the old penny officially retired. 4. Rare variants, collector interest. There are no major 1917 errors widely recognized, but collectors still look for sharp strikes, strong details on Britannia, high-grade copper color, unworn hair details on King George V. Because most 1917 pennies were heavily used, finding one in uncirculated condition is considered highly desirable. 5. Uncirculated condition and modern value. Uncirculated/mint state, UNC or MS. A true uncirculated 1917 penny. Has full original luster. Shows zero wear on high points like Britannia's helmet and King George V's hair. Displays sharp detail on the shield lines, trident, and facial features. Often appears reddish-brown or red if stored well. Why UNC is rare. Most coins were used in daily wartime economy. Very few were saved untouched. Surviving mint state pieces usually came from old coin collections, bank storage, Royal Mint archives, collector interest. An uncirculated 1917 penny is prized for its beauty, its age, its wartime historical importance, its strong metal composition, its symbolism of the British Empire during World War I. 6. Legacy. Today, the 1917 one penny stands not just as currency, but as a link to the past. It reminds us of the lives lived during a world war, the expanse of the British Empire, the craftsmanship of early 20th century minting, the endurance of a coin that survived over a century. This small piece of bronze carries a century of global history, held by soldiers, merchants, families, and travelers. A silent witness to a world that has changed dramatically since 1917. Clapperboard closing line. More than a coin, the 1917 one penny is a story engraved in bronze, a surviving echo of an empire, a war, and a time when even the smallest currency carried the weight of the world. If you want, I can also create white heavy checkmark short version, white heavy checkmark YouTube description, white heavy checkmark TikTok / Reels title plus caption, white heavy checkmark Urdu version. Just tell me. Here is a long, detailed, documentary-style script covering the complete history, geography, circulation, and uncirculated condition of the 1963 one penny coin, United Kingdom pre-decimal penny. Film frames long script, the 1963 one penny coin, history, geography, circulation, and condition. Title: 1963 one penny coin, a last chapter of Britain's bronze currency heritage. Globe showing Europe-Africa introduction. In the world of British numismatics, the 1963 one penny stands as a bridge between the Victorian-era coinage tradition and the modern decimal system. Minted during the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, this coin represents one of the final years before the penny's long-standing design was retired. Scroll historical background. The British one penny traces its origins back more than 1,000 years, but the bronze coin we recognize today began in 1860, replacing large copper pennies with smaller, more practical bronze pieces. By the early 1960s, Britain was modernizing rapidly. The old pre-decimal system, 240 pence equals £1, was becoming outdated. Decimalization plans were quietly beginning. Against this backdrop, the 1963 penny was struck as part of the last generation of classic bronze pennies before the 1971 decimal changeover. This coin belongs to the Young Head portrait series of Queen Elizabeth II, introduced after her coronation in 1953. Crown obverse design, Queen Elizabeth II. The front of the coin features the first official portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Mary Gillick. Depicts the Queen wearing a laurel wreath instead of a crown. Inscription: Elizabeth II Dei Gratia Regina FD. Meaning: Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. This portrait is celebrated for its youthful, elegant, and classical style. Shield reverse design Britannia. The reverse shows the iconic figure Britannia, a symbol of strength, naval power, national identity. Design features: Britannia seated beside a shield bearing the Union Jack, trident in hand. The date 1963 below. Designer: Leonard Charles Wyan. This design had been used since 1860, making 1963 one of the last years of the century-old Britannia penny. Globe with meridians geography, where the 1963 penny circulated. The 1963 penny circulated widely across United Kingdom, England, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland. Globe showing America's British territories, limited usage. While not official in all regions, British pennies often appeared in Gibraltar, Malta, Falkland Islands, British military bases, overseas trade routes. It was known for its reliability and large size, making it popular in vending machines, shops, and everyday commerce. Money bag circulation facts. Mintage. The Royal Mint produced over 78 million 1963 pennies, making it a common circulation coin during its time. Daily use. In the early 1960s, pennies were still used for buses and trams, newspapers, small groceries, public telephones, vending machines. Although inexpensive, the penny was an essential part of Britain's daily economic life. Withdrawal. The 1963 penny was withdrawn in 1971 when the UK switched to decimal currency. Huge numbers were melted down. Sparkles uncirculated condition, collector's details. A 1963 penny in uncirculated or mint state, MS, condition can show. 1 glossy, original mint luster. A bright, almost golden brown shine. Undisturbed surfaces. No wear on Britannia or the Queen's hair details. 2 sharp design features. Every strand in the Queen's hair clear. Britannia's shield lines sharp. Trident edges crisp. 3 color. Ranges from bright red RD. Red-brown RB. Brown BN. RD examples are the most valuable. 4 value general ranges. Circulated, low value. Usually a few cents or rupees. Uncirculated MS, 60 to MS, 64 modest value. High-grade MS, 65 to MS, 67 scarce. More desirable for collectors. The value depends on luster, color, and absence of spots. Blue Book legacy of the 1963 penny. Today, the 1963 penny is admired as one of the last classic Britannia pennies. A coin from the early reign of Queen Elizabeth II. A piece of British monetary history before decimalization. A nostalgic reminder of pre-1971 coinage. While common in worn condition, uncirculated pieces capture the true beauty of Britain's bronze coin age. If you want, I can also create. White heavy checkmark a short script. White heavy checkmark a YouTube-style video description and title. White heavy checkmark a collector price chart. Just tell me. Here is a long, detailed script covering the complete history, geography, circulation, and uncirculated condition of the 1997 1-penny coin UK. If you want USA 1 cent 1997, tell me and I will rewrite it. Clapperboard long script. 1-penny coin 1997. History, geography, circulation, and uncirculated condition. Title: The 1997 1-penny coin. A complete historical journey. Scroll introduction. In this video, we explore the complete story of the 1997 United Kingdom 1-penny coin, a small copper-plated steel coin with a big place in British numismatic history. From its origin and design to its circulation life and collector value today, this is everything you need to know about the 1997 1p coin. Large orange diamond 1. Historical background. The 1997 1-penny coin belongs to the decimal coinage system introduced in 1971. However, 1997 was an important transitional period for the Royal Mint. Key historical notes. From 1992 onward, the Royal Mint switched from bronze to copper-plated steel because bronze became more expensive. The 1997 1p coin continued with this new composition. The coin features the third portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Raphael Maklauf, which had been in use since 1985. In 1998, the portrait changed, so 1997 was the final full year using the Maklauf portrait. This gives 1997 pennies a special spot in the timeline of UK coinage. Globe showing Europe-Africa too. Geography, where the 1997 penny circulated. The 1997 1-penny coin was used. United Kingdom territories. England, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland, Commonwealth and overseas use. The coin also traveled widely through Commonwealth nations with British currency ties, global tourism destinations, international banking systems. Despite being small, the 1997 penny reached millions of pockets across the world, especially through travel and international trade. Money bag 3. Design details. Obverse front. Portrait, Queen Elizabeth II, third portrait. Designer Raphael Maklauf. Inscription, Elizabeth II DG Reg. FD 1997 inch. Meaning, Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. Reverse back. Design, a crown portcullis, originally the badge of the Palace of Westminster. Designer, Christopher Ironside. Denomination, 1 penny. Package 4. Circulation and mintage. The 1997 1-penny coin was produced in very large numbers to meet everyday use. Approximate mintage. Over 600 million coins struck for circulation. Actual numbers vary by source, but it is among the high mintage years. Use in daily life. The 1p coin was widely used for retail cash transactions, change-making, vending machines, savings jars, and banks. Because of these heavy uses, most coins became worn, scratched, or dull over time. Glowing star 5. Uncirculated condition UNC. Finding a 1997 1 penny in uncirculated condition is harder today because most coins were used for years. Uncirculated examples are kept mostly in Royal Mint annual sets, collector proof sets, original mint packaging. Features of an uncirculated 1997 penny: sharp, clean edges, full original luster, no scratches, wear, or loss of shine, strong strike details on the Queen's portrait and portcullis design. Collector value, general guide. Circulated, 1p to 10p. Brilliant uncirculated, 1 to 2 pounds. Proof version, 2 to 5 pounds depending on condition. These values may vary by region and collector demand. Blue Book 6. Final overview. The 1997 1 penny coin may be one of the smallest denominations in British currency, but it carries a rich historical background. As the last full year of the Makhlouf portrait and part of the copper-plated steel era, it stands as a significant marker in UK numismatics. Whether you found one in a drawer, inherited it, or are preparing a video, the 1997 penny remains a timeless piece of British monetary history. If you want, I can also create white heavy checkmark short description, white heavy checkmark YouTube style title, white heavy checkmark TikTok / YouTube short script, white heavy checkmark value in different countries, white heavy checkmark Urdu version. Just tell me.